AlkenStar might seem like a tiny beacon of civilization at the mercy of dangerous landscapes, roving monsters, and godlike wizards. However, it exists as a nation because of these challenges, not in spite of them. The mana wastes, magical storms might boil the earth in acid blossoms and freeze the sky with lightning snow. Yet, they also are cosmic forges, molding the earth and shaping the land into useful minerals and unknown substances for AlkenStar experimentation.
Off and
To find out. You're not allowed to ask me direct questions. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Spiegler tries to make backroom deals with the DM. No, he's just asking questions. Bless him. Still Rookie of the Year. We are playing the Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure, Outlaws of AlkenStar. I am GM Jeff, your host, and welcome to the final episodes, one or two. Probably, likely. Depends on how many prisoners that Spiegler wants to take and interrogate, as it were. The All Guns, No Glory podcast is here for your listening pleasure. Now, other podcasts have done this book in 30 episodes, and we're already at 39. So I guess I better hurry up. Chop, chop, I guess, for the likes of us. But then again, perhaps we get a little deeper in the story than most. Perhaps we take the long way around. The scenic route, maybe? Yes? No? Sound good? Drawing your attention, gentlemen, once more to the map of the, what is known as the hidden something, hidden ... Can't say what it is until they discover what it is. Right now, they believe they're in the apartment of Shoma Lysarius, which, not going to lie, could very well be. I mean, they've already found evidence of some sort of inventor / alchemist. When last we left the party, Blaster Valentine had a prisoner, a homunculus, in his claws, and then dropped him on the table, and after blowing half of this thing's face and eye out, because it is a construct, technically, although made of alchemy components, like a Frankenstein kind of monster, as it were, as opposed to like clockwork like himself, it's still standing, clinging to low hit points, but still standing. And when last we left the heroes of AlkenStar, do you guys have a name? I guess the cast and crew have changed a couple times over since the original cast. You guys haven't really established any sort of reputation as opposed to a bunch of loose outlaws.
I was going to say, we try to just keep under the radar so that when we get to whatever the end of this is, we can clear our names. Because I don't know if we want to really be making a name for ourselves while we're kind of on the run.
Well, that's logical thinking, you know. Not everybody needs to be Robin Hood and be, you know,
what does Phoebe call us?
Late. Where are those boys? Oh, well, I guess I have to spend my gold on brand new adventures.
Her gang of goons.
Her gang of goons. Assets. She is a spy that works for the Grand Duchess. So that would make you guys expendable assets.
Okay.
Like
the Expendables. That's our name.
Oh, no. It's copyright. Blaster steps outside into the light and some lawyer comes up and like subpoenas him. No, you cannot be that name. Pick a new name and pay the fine because you copyright, you know. What? So guys, what do you want to do now?
Well, I think you got that little guy there, and we should find out if Shoma's even closer. If we have time to kind of form a plan, or we gotta go now.
I agree, Pilo. That is good decision. Little Being, can you point me the way to your master?
What is it? Turns the nose up in the air, just kind of goes.
Maybe you want to give him a little more of a squeeze there, Val. Some incentive to remember that he has half a face missing and you can miss half more.
I think I get the gist of what he is doing, and he's pointing towards this door over here.
I thought he just turned his head and looked the other way. What are you talking about? I'm so confused right now. I'm just going to follow you. You're the smart one. I'm just going to... Yeah.
Trust me, I can read the body language of many organates.
Okay, well, here I'm going to ask him a question. You tell me what he says. Do we have time to heal up, or is your boss going to fly before we get in there? Mr. Homunculi?
2 winks for use.
One eye glances at the door that you guys haven't gone in yet, and, reflexively turns his head and looks at the way you came in, and then tries to cover it up by stretching.
What that tells me is he can see the door, and he knows it's there, and that it's closed. Am I right? You guys said you're good at reading people. I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to tell me.
How about you, Jarwin? You can read these small creatures,
I'm still doing okay after the gas. My guess is maybe he's got to come through here to get out.
That corroborates with my assumptions.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. You know what we got, too? We got, thunderstones and traps and stuff that we almost fell over once. We could just leave in the door in case he tries to run away.
Sure.
Can we do that, or does that take a while to set up? I have no idea about these
Does
things.
anybody have thievery? You, literally set a trap with disable device backwards.
Yeah, I got thievery.
Yeah, you can set up something simple where if a door opens, you can leave a door ajar and then place a stone, and when they push it open, it falls, boom, right in their square, along with a bucket of flour and a couple rubber chickens if you wish, but,
I could reactivate the crossbow in the hallway.
Yeah, but that might shoot us, too. At least with this one, it's a door. We don't have to worry about it.
It's his trap. He's kind of aware, He knows it's active, and he knows how to deactivate it, right? So...
I'm just thinking in case he gets pious and tries to run away, we can at least have something that'll scare him or something. Although we're going to be in the door, too. I don't know. Oh, man.
Okay. If I do a perception check, and I check if there's enough materials in the room wherein I could makeshift a snare.
Sure.
We actually have a tanglefoot bag. What does that do?
It reduces movement. Yeah, if you guys want to just load up the door, right?
We're just trying to figure ways.
Yeah. God forbid some monster chases you out and there's Pilo up front, trips over the tanglefoot bag, hits Thunderstone, to run for his life 5 minutes later.
Well,
Sure. Give me some... Who's got thievery? In the tower. Because you never know how well it's going to work, right? Give me some thievery checks in the tower there, Speak. And you guys are going to rig a tanglefoot bag and a thunderstone on the door that you have yet to go through, assuming that he has to escape that way. Or did you want to use another door, like the secret door?
I'm thinking the door, out of here, because we have to go through that door. But if he tries to escape, at least we'll have traps on the outside for him to get to. Just stop him up or hold him up so we can get him.
So the entrance.
If we trap the door we're trying to go into, if we do that, we're just going to run into our own traps. You guys follow me?
You'd set it up and then pass through it.
Well, we have one guy here who does thievery stuff. He would probably know the best solution, Val. What do you think? Want to trap the door to his room, or you want to trap the door leading away from here?
I don't really care.
How about this? I got this dice here. On a 1 to 3, we trap that door. On a 4 to 6, we trap the other one.
I don't want to put
he's
the
rolling
trap
bones.
on the door we have not opened yet.
He just detaches his knuckle, and it actually has like little numbers and runes carved on it. Here we go. Just
roll some
throw
bones, boys.
That's actually pretty sweet.
My emergency. You don't know he's got an extra knuckle, like sort of wedged into his pinky. He's got an extra long pinky. He's like, yeah. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, 1 to 3, we trap his door. 3 to 6, we trap the other door. 4 to 6, we trap the other door. Ready? Here we go. I rolled a 6. We're trapping the escape door.
The front door?
The door to this area. The door that
That you have yet to go through.
No, we're trapping the other door.
The door in the hallway.
Secret door.
The secret door.
The spice rack door.
That's the door.
Okay.
The spies.
Okay. Going off of Blaster's rolls, you guys observing, it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. He sets it up to when whoever hits that secret door, they step out into the next square, and Tanglefoot Bag and Thunderstone go off at the same time and slow him down. Okay, done and done. Andreas, the guy that has more than 8 or 10 intelligence and has more than 8 or 10 wisdom, stands guard shaking his head.
I thought it was a good idea.
It's a great idea.
So, what do you think, guys? Mr. Homunculus. Hello, Mr. Homunculus guy.
Hey, one
Oh, I slipped away while you guys were playing with this door. Stealth roll. Bye. He's like he's standing behind like a beaker, and he looks like a guy in a funhouse mirror. You know, he's
I feel like
where could he be? What?
So what you're saying, Matt, Speaks?
I feel we have a moment to heal up and prepare for the other side of that door.
Yeah, if you guys want to take your proverbial 10.
Yeah,
help me out here, Fantasy Grounds, Drew. There's a take 10 button somewhere. I just can't remember where I saw it.
Take 10.
I stumbled across it recently. There literally is a...
It might be in the combat tracker for the GM. Maybe
I'm looking.
right click.
I'm looking. There's usually some kind of map 1 or map 2 or no.
Yeah, because the combat tracker used to have like
so there's an overnight rest. There's an overnight rest, but not. I'm talking about the 10-minute one that gives you guys focus points back. So has anyone burnt focus points? Does anyone even have a class that gets focus points?
Yes, Andrew. I think.
Yes, yeah, we have them, but we haven't spent any yet.
Okay, so 10-minute rest. He gets back his focus points if he spent any, and you guys rig the door. The proverbial 20-minute break.
We don't get any healing back at all. There's no.
Not in 20 minines, no.
None of us are trained enough in magic, are we? Or medicine to.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Take your medicine.
I can even get you pilot.
Now,
I've got that.
Didn't we recently find out that battle medicine or something can only be used once a day?
Battle medicine can only be used.
I think it's a once a day.
Yeah, I think it was.
It can be used really fast, but it's only once a day. I know we'd screwed that up in the past in Abomination of Vaults or whatever. Or Joe had caught it and he'd gone around the circle of you guys, only hitting you once, and then we all fell over.
Yeah,
target is immune to the target is immune to your battle medicine for 1 day. So that means somebody else could do it, but you couldn't do it to the same person twice.
That's a little splitting hairs in the wording there. I'll be the judge of that. But anyway, what about regular medicine?
The target
guys?
is immune to your battle medicine for 1 day, is the exact words. This does not make them immune to or otherwise count as treat wounds. So
do you guys want to just do treat wounds?
Yeah, we can do treat wounds.
Okay. Do you want to do the whole target thing?
We can try that.
Yeah.
Let me get activities.
So, tell me who you want to treat first.
Why don't we go with Pylo first?
Okay. Now, do you have the stitch thing for treating undead?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Charwin, I'm going to lay down here, buddy. Let you do your work. My left rib on the right side, the third rib on the right side is a little loose. It's been kind of wiggling around a bit.
You mean this rib? The crowbar gets handed back to you?
Oh, thank you, buddy. Click. Let's put that back there.
What'd you get?
That is just a regular success, 23.
Okay, and then you should be able to roll the hit the plus sign, like hit the cross sign, and it'll actually transfer damage hit points to him. But look at that. Drops from 17 wounds to 8, brings you up to 29 hit points. Very nice.
Buddy.
Very nice. Okay.
And then can he not make another medicine check?
I can do
for 10 minutes.
No, it's an
minutes.
hour. He can do 10 minutes, but the person has to wait like an hour. Now let's look at our dwarf here. He's got medicine at plus 10. What's your medicine, Charwin?
My medicine is 11.
Okay, so just to be nice, let me throw in an aid another. 28. That bumps the 23 to a 25 because he got a crit on the aid.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be able to roll 2 more dice for Pylo.
Another 9.
And that completely fixes up old Pylo.
These rattling bones aren't rattling no more, I tell you what.
Yo, Charwin, next victim.
Why don't we go with Blaster?
Okay. Now we could, for the rules, like, because we're hurting Blaster with, like, you gotta hold your breath or whatever, I don't see any reason why crafting, like, since you have medicine, now you can use your crafting if it happens to be better. Otherwise, you could use medicine either at penalty or just, because a undead is actually more like a living person than a construct is. And you need a special feat to be able to use medicine on the undead. So I'm wondering if there's a feat out there we don't know about to actually use medicine on constructs, or do you just have crafting?
I do not have crafting.
Okay. Let's say
the other option is I do have some health potions.
Just positive energy works on Blaster. I was going to say, we've got a dwarf here with both crafting and medicine, so how about we have the dwarf look after Blaster, try to save your potions, because you could drink potions in combat and, save your life kind of thing. So I'm hesitant to let you guys just burn those out of the gate. You know what I mean? These mini dungeons are designed to go in one go, and a little short break, some quick healing for an hour, fine, good idea. But they probably, it's time sensitive. They probably want you to finish up. So, with a check from our dwarf, 17. That's just enough. Back it with crafting. 12. Yeah, that's just enough to give Blaster 2d8. Here you go, Blaster. You get 8 back. Oh, that's not too bad. Down to 5 wounds. And then, last but not least, we have Charwin. Has wounds, right?
Oh yeah.
Now you can aid me on yourself, though the DC for you goes to 20. But hey, every little bit counts, right? So.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
28.
17. There you go. That brings it up to 19. Well, hey, 2d8's better than nothing, right?
Yep, I will take it.
No. 5. That is terrible. But better than nothing. Charwin took 16 points. 5 gets him down to 11. Okay. Now, with 5 wounds of Blaster, 33 hit points. 7 wounds for Andreas, 27 hit points. 11 wounds for Charwin, 27 hit points. Pylo is at full health at 37. You guys are controlling Eric tonight. You guys are controlling Andreas. So, do you want him to use any magical healing? Guess what? He doesn't have any. I'm looking at it. He memorized Bless and Magic Weapon and Calm Emotions and Spiritual Weapon. Oh, here we go. Here's some heals. Do you want to drop the heals now? Save your life now and not so much later?
I think we should save him.
Yeah,
well,
I'm thinking save him for battle.
Well, here's the thing, right? If I can get you under, like, put a dent in that 11 points, then I don't waste a round of my combat going, stop what I'm doing, heal you guys. You know what I mean? Like for the 5 hit points for blaster, yeah, I see. You could wait. But when you get over 10 hit points that can be greatly reduced by heal up front, you want to start a battle with 11 wounds, then drop to 20, and then he's got to step out of combat and start healing you. Like, thematically, you see where I'm going with this? As a DM, I just don't feel comfortable not advising you guys that a couple heals for the gravely wounded would benefit you more greatly.
If he's got a few heals and he can...
He's got 2, yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2. What about doing a 3-action heal? Gets all...
Yeah, the burst?
3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
It won't help Pylo.
Yeah, I'd have to let Pylo leave.
Pylo, step out of the room.
No, well, yeah, it might hurt me, actually, won't it?
Okay. Give you guys the 1 big D8. Ooh, look at that. Everybody gets 6. So Charwin now has a 5 wound for 33. Andreas himself only has 1 wound, and good old Blaster's back at full. And he's got 1 heal left.
Oh, excuse me. I thought I was muted. Sorry.
So, all healed up, feeling good about ourselves and our dinner, as it were.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do next?
Is that homunculus still around?
Of course. Andreas would not let it out of his sight.
Perception tower or no?
Eric's go-to move is to guard the doors while you guys get into like little powwows. Not the creature. Well, yeah, I guess it's kind of a threat.
Perception in the tower.
No, it's all right. Andreas just points over in a corner. It's over there. It's over there. Yeah. Just points him out.
All right. God, we see him. We know where he is. He didn't go ruin his buddy while we were doing other stuff.
Hey, Blaster, do you want to take a look at this door?
And
I'll point to the west door.
Little creature, blink twice if there are any more traps ahead.
I was watching.
It just shakes its head no.
Okay.
I'm going to just walk over and say, you're not very useful anymore, and just punch it and push it. I don't really like creepy things, and I've had my time with you.
Wish. All right, hang on. Little target. Okay.
You might even help him in battle. I don't know. It's bad.
Roll initiative.
Initiative?
Yeah. What, do you think I'm just sitting here not expecting it? I'm expecting you guys to try and snuff me out in a second. That's why I went and hid. You come over and like, you know what? You even said, oh, you're not useful. Up goes the fist, so it goes dive to the left.
23.
Pylo gets a 23. The creature... Let's go everybody. What if this thing has a secret ability? Everybody initiative. Yeah. Re-up initiative, guys. Perception on your main, you know. It's funny. Right? Okay, now that we're sure everyone goes before the tiny creature. Oh, it didn't change my initiative. Why not? That's weird. What did I roll? 9, 11. Okay, my initiative got worse. Should have stayed how I was. Okay. So...
Those two are checking out the door. I'm going to go punt over and punch the thing.
Yep. So, Pylo.
Attack roll?
Yep.
With a fist. 19.
Okay.
I can't target him because I don't see him on the map. So
He's targeted. He's targeted. I got him targeted. You hit him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hit your little fist if you get fist in your inventory for attacks.
2d4 plus something because I have those wraps on. Let me just double check.
Oh, did we fix those?
We didn't fix them yet. No, there's no real way to fix them unless you custom create a custom thing for them.
No. Easy fix. Easy fix. Watch this. Poof. Now you can do 2d4.
Okay.
Tell you all about it one day.
Listen to. If I just where is it here? Is it under my is it under my attack or under my hand wraps there?
I've got it on fist.
Oh, perfect. There we go. That is 5 damage.
Oh, you don't have them equipped. Maybe that's why.
They're equipped.
No, okay. So that's weird.
It's because of how the fists aren't set up as an unarmed weapon. It's how they're set up in actual fantasy grounds, and you have to create a custom thing and program it yourself. I was looking into it this week, but I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Okay.
5 damage.
So what I'll do, I'll also give you a what is it? A +1 item bonus because they're +1. So now
Okay.
that's fixed. Okay. So if we close your character and reopen your character, you should have a +6 to hit. Nope.
That's okay.
Oh, 9 instead of okay. Anyway, right.
There we go.
So you bring
Smack.
your 5 points of damage, right? You do 0 to the creature.
What the heck?
It's
Little thing
squishy.
is-
It's somehow resistance. You smack this thing, but don't manage to kill it. I have
That was
damage
kind of
reduction.
Well, we're not going to let you go. I'm just going to grab him. You're coming with us into this room then.
Okay, so as a second action,
Yep.
you attempt to grapple. So I need an athletics check at -4 or 5.
A -4, you said?
Well, technically 5.
-5 it is. Then I have a -1, so it's going to be -6.
Okay.
That's
Well, put -5 into the modifier, and when you hit roll athletics, it already takes care of the other one, right?
yeah, I put -5 in there.
Okay.
That is a negative.
You
I
try to grab it, and you can't seem to get a hold. And with
Well,
with your final action, what do you want to do?
Last action.
Oh, look, we're in battle mode again. Crank up the battle music.
I don't want to do this. I was just trying to squish this guy. I don't know if we're going to get in trouble or not. Forget it. I'm going to try to punch him. I can't even punch him again. He doesn't even take
Sure you
anything. The guy just squishes. I got nothing, guys. Now I'm going to give up and just walk over to my friends again. Burn my action.
I
That was a
don't know
waste of
you.
time.
I don't know who you are.
Deal with this. Okay, Blaster Valentine. He starts razzing and roughing up this little thing, but it stands true. What do you want to do?
I turn villain and attack my team. Protect the homunculus at all costs.
Oh, you did give your word. All right. PvP, let's go. Who needs a boss fight?
I can't target him.
Sure you can.
No, I mean like he's not.
I will look
he's
after
not in the
him.
combat tracker, and he's not on the map.
There you go. He's there. You're targeted. All looked after. Reload. You've done a lot of things since grabbing me. Toys, weapons, all kinds of stuff, but you have not reloaded your gun. So
I
opening
think
move
actually
would be,
the last attack I made was the reloading strike.
Yeah, no, you actually reached out and grappled him, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I shot him in the face.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
then it was like, look at fix this trap. Be
I'm
Pyro's
not going
bitch,
to
blah,
shoot
blah,
him
blah.
again. I'm just going to attack with my sword.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Damn creepy things.
It's a hit. 26.
Okay.
For 11 points of damage.
I am in a corner. Pylo came over and started this mess. You were at the door. You run over, get adjacent best you can. Pylo stalked off, and smack it. And it's in the corner.
Freaking squishy thing, man. I punched him as
Okay.
hard as I could and just squished and did nothing. You go
He
stab
does
him.
11 points of damage, and he actually just cuts this thing in half, and it stops moving.
Would anybody like kebab?
Damn creepy things. I punched it as hard as I could. He just squished like a little squishmallow. Came right back again. I don't know what's going on. Come back from that, little jerk. All right, let's go kill Shoma.
Or maybe either the wraps or your fancy grounds are broken. We'll look into that.
Little A, little B.
Pilo's my hate man. I killed him. He's like, that's what you get for messing with my Valentine.
Oh,
Okay,
and he's on you.
taking us out of this pitiful, pitiful battle. What do you guys want to do next?
You know, we're not
I just
here
started
to
to
kill
hide
that show, miss.
What?
Oh, and I'll just, for reloading's sake, that was a reloading strike. So I reload.
Yeah.
What was that there, Charwin?
I don't think we want to kill him. Well,
No,
maybe we do.
You're here for
What are you trying to
answers.
do with him then? Answers?
The dwarf reminds you you're here for answers, to question him.
No.
Though if you want to kill a disgusting Frankenstein homunculus creature, knock yourself out. Dwarf won't object, but...
It's kind of
Yeah, things
growing
are
on
big.
me. I was about to give him a name, but
Yeah, I named him.
this was the proper
Christian
path.
Hunt. Kill him.
Never name things. Never.
No, man.
Then you get attached, and yeah.
Sure, you never gave a name to that Leshy.
Sure he is. His name's Little
He's
Buddy.
Little Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's little buddy. Oh, I didn't.
I named
I
myself.
didn't say it was
memo.
creative.
Never said it was a good name. No.
So you want me to check the door with like thievery or something like that?
Perception
make
if
it-
you want to find a trap.
I mean, I would suggest looking for a trap.
Okay.
Yes? Okay.
Sorry, I had to vent
Yep,
some.
yep.
I had to vent some gas.
Again, no need to draw attention to it.
I'm talking about Valentine in character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just cuts one off right in front of Charwin. He gets in front of you, and then he lets go. All right. There's a door. Give me a perception in the tower, please. Let's put this homunculus and this episode out of its misery. You don't seem to find a trap. Open door.
I opened this door.
You do. You see a hallway that continues 10, 20 feet and then opens north and south into two other hallways.
I will walk to just before it opens up and like peek around the corners.
Okay. Perception in the tower once more. To your left, 15 feet and ends in a door. To your right, 15 feet, then goes 20 and hooks around a corner.
Oh dear.
Do you wave everybody up?
Yeah.
Marching order, guys.
You think Andreas would go second or last?
I'm going to say last just because Eric's not here and at least he can kind of jump in, heal, save the day, type of thing, right? If there's like a line in the sand, you can move him to the front and then just, like, oh, we're all fighting this thing. Andreas comes to the front, sure. But when you don't know the danger, Eric's guy takes the brunt of the surprise attack. That's not cool, right? So I'm not going to do that.
Do I see any sort of markings or like tracks, like not on the stone, obviously, but like maybe somebody has walked and like disturbed some dust or something, like anything that would discern like
Actually,
should I go right or left?
unlike some of the other rooms, this hallway and everything is not so dusty. I mean, it's dirty, but there's enough traffic that it's not dusty, and there's so much traffic back and forth that it's obviously someone's been here every day. You know what I'm saying? You ever like go to mechanics, right? You step in and there's that gray floor and there's oil in the corners, but where they constantly run around and drag stuff, it's gone like bare and almost shiny. You know what I mean? Yeah. So not a discernible track or footprint, but it's like this hallway looks well used and not dusty and forgotten like that forward bedroom. If that answers your question a little better. What else do you guys want to do? Coming on up.
We follow behind. Yep.
Okay. Move on.
Do you want me to take a point there, Blaster?
Don't let me try and sneak up ahead and see if I can figure out which way we go. I'll use a stealth roll.
Okay. So you want to go scout?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
South, down.
To
Take
the
a
door?
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comes down to the door.
Oh, that's a very good stealth roll.
You sense strange energies beyond the door. Being a creature, a construct with a soul gem, your philosophy, the housing of your soul, the special magical gem, begins to resonate as if it is getting buffeted by some unusual type of energy the closer you get to this door. Not harmful,
Okay.
but there is something, shall we say, supernatural or otherworldly going on beyond that door, and you can sense it just because you're a particular type of construct, I will say.
I will stealthily walk back to my companions
Okay.
and tell them we're going to head south to that door I was just at.
Okay, so you come back to the hallway, wave them up.
Yeah.
Okay, and head back down to the door, or are you going to send somebody else to it?
No, I'll go down.
Okay. I will say in classic fashion, there you go, the dwarf will, probably go north and peek around the corner and stand guard, as Eric loves to do.
That's good.
He doesn't go around the corner. He just goes up and posts on the edge, shield up, peeks around, right? Gives you guys the motion of like the hallway continues kind of thing, and he doesn't see any foes, so we're good. And he will stand guard. Charwin comes up by the looks of it. Yeah?
Yep, and then I'll go right behind Blaster.
Okay, Pilo, you in there?
Yep. Following right ahead.
Okay. Stacked up on this door, 5 foot wide hallway.
Checking the door for traps.
Okay. You don't seem to find a trap.
And I will open the door.
Okay. What are we looking at? Well, let me move the light source into the room so the audience can see. This walk-in pantry has been converted into some sort of magical ritual chamber. The floor is engraved with rune-filled circles that glow with soft white light. A silvery sheen covers every surface of the room, including the objects on the shelves. The only clear exit is a door leading north.
What do you see, buddy?
I don't see any people or enemies I can see, but I do see some sort of ritual circle.
Ritual circle? What kind of ritual?
And I
don't know,
have...
maybe you will have more of a luck discerning this.
You want to come up and have a look, Pilo?
Yeah, I'll come take a look at it. See what I
Okay.
can find.
Are you guys shuffling, or you want to go in the room and look around?
I'll shuffle to the back.
Okay. Pilo's going to peek in the room. Okay. Can I have perception main page from everybody, please?
Perception main page. Tower or...
No, like out in the open. Like initiative kind of perception.
Gotcha.
Because although you don't possibly see something, but maybe you do, opening the door, shall we say, garners attention. And in the time you guys have a short conversation and shuffle up, something gets ready to strike. Do you see it? We're not sure. Let's let perceptions and initiatives. 29. Charwin, as these guys shuffle, okay, you see a see-through silvery wisp or mote, several of them, floating from down on the ceiling and just kind of floating around, circling the room, maybe coming out towards you guys. What do you do?
Oh, man. I will give a warning out to Haill, since he's moving up.
Okay.
They're in the
door?
room or they're in the hallway with us? Sorry.
They're in the room.
Okay.
It's like he's...
Oh, man, close the door. Or do I see them after he warns me, or...
No, we're time freezes. You're moving up. You're right there. And
Okay.
he's looking over your shoulder. You've already moved past him, right?
Okay.
And then top of the round, Charwin, even though you're literally in the act of like stepping in front of him, Charwin sees these things start moving around in the room now that you guys have opened the door. As much as we'd like to have waited a round or two, let you come inside and then attack you, it doesn't look like you guys back off, so they kind of, look out the door. Charwin happens to see it because, yeah. So Charwin, shit's moving around. You warn Pilo. Great.
Is it like near the door where I could attack it, like right in front?
Currently, they're in the back of the room. So there's one on the right, one on the left. There. They're tiny little wisps. I shall emote them. See them?
Okay. Yep.
They're like east, west, and south on the compass, as it were. They're moving around the room and you see them, but, you know.
Okay. I will attempt to aid another to close the door.
Okay.
.27 for athletics.
Okay. I'll be kind and just saying you step like your Pilo's coming past you and you see it, grab his shoulder, ride the door with him, grab it, close the door as you're explaining to him, and then step back behind him. Right?
Okay.
What do you mean tiny little cloud things? Man, okay, we'll close the door. Fine.
Anyway, that's Charwin done. Andreas perceives and waits, which brings us to the first tiny little cloud wisp thing. It comes out right through the door. It is see-through and somewhat ethereal. 5, 10, 15, and hovers right above Pilo's head and reaches out a little cloud-like tendril.
The hell is that, man? It feels like I got hair or something on my head.
Looks like a white, like the judge's wig, right? This settles in there on him. I move for an action. I try to touch you with a natural 20, critical. I do.
Well,
1d.
I'm not dead though. So chill touch does not act the same. Is it chill touch you're doing?
Nope.
Or just-
Mental damage.
You did a critical though?
Yep.
Ah, that's freaking crazy, man. And I am going to fall apart. Sorry, what's this ability called? Scares the crap out of me. Holy crap.
Is it a reaction?
It's a reaction that when something hits me with a critical, I basically just fall into pieces.
Okay.
And I only take the regular damage, not the critical damage.
Okay.
Then I can't. It's called collapse. And then I can't use that ability for 10 minutes, I think. I say you collapse into a pile of bones, mitigating the worst of the damage you would have taken, and the triggering attack deals only the amount it would deal on a hit. Any other effects caused by a critical still occur. While collapsed, you're flat-footed and can't act except to stand.
Okay.
What the hell? Fall into a pile of bones.
Okay. This is a very complicated creature. A DM's nightmare, because it's cool, but they're not very clear on exactly what and how this thing does what it does. I'm just going to quickly look at this and just see where are we here. These are not actions. It just does stuff once it hits you. Okay. You get the willies, you fall apart, but you don't take any damage yet. And anything you would have taken will be halved. And that's that creature. Next creature comes out, 5, 10, 15, 20, and parks its wig on Charwin, so to speak. And Charwin, it tries to attack you, tries to touch you. It does. And that's it. It just is happy to have like a little wispy tail, touching you.
Look out, it's trying to hold hands.
Blaster Valentine. You're making your way to the back, we're trying to figure out what's going on in the room, and all of a sudden these two start freaking out, warning something's coming. They're shuffling around. You see these, with your perception initiative, you see these creatures as they point up at them, and they look like little see-through wispy clouds, tiny, and Pilo just collapses. It just touched him, and then it just makes Pilo fall apart, because you're unaware of this ability that Pilo's doing it to himself. So from your perspective, you just see Pilo is a pile of bones. You just hear him collapse. He's a pile of bones, and this thing's floating around. Charwin's does not like being holding hands. What do you want to do, Blaster?
Inside my head, I'm jumping for joy at the sight of Pilo falling into bones. Yes, I may be rid of him forever.
I can still hear that.
Yeah, the head turns over. It rolls over and starts talking. What do you want to do, Blaster?
I will take a swing with my sword at the one above Charwin's head.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Just a little off the top.
But we are into a new episode, guys. Reset your hero points to 1 hero point. If you have 2, they go to 1. If you have 0 hero points, they go to 1 as well. The one above Charwin is Wispy number 1. What?
I get the feeling my sword is not going to do anything. Hence, it's like ethereal. But I do
want to recall knowledge? Knowledge is power. What do I need to attack this thing? Spend 1 action recalling knowledge. Do you have arcane? Do you have occult? Do you have nature? Do you have religion?
No.
Okay.
I have none.
Your warrior instincts tells you that something see-through a solid object may pass through it. What do you do?
I'm going to target it.
Okay, so you're targeting the one that was hurting Pilo?
Tiny one.
I mean, the one that was hurting Charwin. Okay. Target acquired, and what?
I'm going to use my eye beam, my eye laser.
Ooh. Let's talk about your eye laser. Remind us exactly what that is.
It is a ancestry weapon.
Okay.
Just because, and also because of the background or whatever I chose for that ancestry, I get a energy beam weapon.
Okay.
For flavor, I said it comes out of my eye. It could come out of your hand, it could come out of your chest. Doesn't matter really.
You passed up the chance to be Iron Man and have shit come out of your palms. Shame on you. But also, congratulations for not being campy and tropey. So that's cool. Okay. So the one eye focuses.
My eyes, my like, the like camera plate on my face rotates and like the high
the extended one. Yeah.
Laser.
His head turns over. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Target acquired.
Superman, this stuff. Get him.
I hit him with a 20.
Your beam pierces the tiny, wispy, cloud-like creature and damage?
It's only 1d4.
Okay.
0 damage.
It goes through it, but unfortunately it seems to resist.
And then for my third action, I will... move to the 5-foot block north of Andreas at the top of the hallway.
Okay.
Away from the danger.
All right. I'm out. Tiny wisp number 3.
That is me, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. These things have a fly speed. They fly faster than you can walk. 30 feet. 1 action. 1, 2, 3. Stops at the first person. Way to set up Eric. Stops at the first dude. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, there's a dick move right there, Spiegler. Well played. I run behind this. Well, you did attack it. Oh, that was effectual. Right, run behind dwarf for cover. I mean, that's tactical, I guess. That's how you live for 1,000 years. It tries to touch Andreas and misses, who deflects it with just a glare. Which brings us to a pile of bones on the ground. Pilo.
Whew, man. I don't know what that was, but it scared the crap out of me. I'm going to stand up. It's my one action I guess I can do is to stand up.
Okay.
Says here I can't act.
You take 4 persistent mental damage.
Oh, man. Got a little rattle in my brain here. What it is.
Touching you.
Give me the willy chilies. So it says, while collapsed, you're flat-footed and can't act except to stand, which reforms you into a skeleton. So I guess, is that one action to stand up? Or is that all my actions to stand up?
Yeah, it says, if it says you can't do anything but get back up, then it's probably talking about the whole round. Oh, maybe not. Good question.
Yeah, I tried to look on other sites.
What does it say exactly? It says that you can't do anything. Like
while collapsed, you're flat-footed and can't act except to stand, which reforms you into a skeleton in a standing position. So it's kind of like standing.
No, except to stand, which is a single action. So that's fine. They just don't want you casting spells and stuff while you're down there.
Okay.
Right? So you reform as you get up, and that's a single action. Now, if this thing has attack of opportunity, let me double check. That would provoke, but other than that, you should be okay.
I'm not leaving it anywhere. I'm just standing up.
Yeah, but move actions in any square I threaten. Not a lot of creatures have attack of opportunity. Just like in players, barely the fighter gets it. So many creatures that used to take free swipes don't anymore. Gotcha. But technically, a move action and threaten square does provoke. Anyway, you get up. Mm-hmm. You got 2 actions left. What do you want to do?
Man, I don't even know what that little thing was. I just saw Val try to hit one and didn't even move. I'm going to go up to my friend. Well, actually, there's one above Charwin, right? I wonder.
Don't you have that occult knowledge?
Yeah, I'm going to see what these things are. Can I do a occult knowledge on them?
Sure.
What are your skills? I have occult. Yeah, occult sounds good. That is a 22.
Okay. So, for starters, getting over 20, these things are outsiders. They're astral and incorporeal. If you guys hadn't guessed that, they're from the astral plane. That's what makes them an outsider. Okay? Which probably means they have your standard ghost-like defenses. They are resistant to all kinds of not immune, just resistant to all kinds of damage, except for things that could hurt ethereal creatures, which I'm not going to list because I'm being kind as it is. You think you've heard of one of these things. It's called an ioton. They leech your thoughts. They learn your language, and you take mental damage. And that's the good news. But there's something else, something you can't quite remember. You want to spend another action trying to remember more about these things?
Well, I'm just trying to think about it, and I'm pretty sure when that thing touched me, he took that memory back. So I'm going to try to think even harder about it now and see what I can figure out. Because I can't think of anything. And I'll try one more roll for the same thing. Well, what other areas would be helpful? Religion, no.
Well, if you're nailing it with occult, man, I'd stay with occult.
Okay, let's go occult. That's a 22 again, same thing.
Okay. Oh, you remember now. They take your thoughts, learn your language, and then they'll read your thoughts. And they'll try to appear as a tiny creature from your past, like your favorite pet. Like, say you had a bunny. They'll turn into a little bunny and attack you with big gnashing teeth and take your head off.
Oh, these things got no chance against me. I don't remember a thing.
When they transform, they actually become corporeal.
Do I have time to just kind of shout that out to my buddies?
You're already on your third action.
Attack me. They can't figure out anything for me. They got to reach.
Warning, detailed explanation warning are considered actions, and you've spent 3.
All right.
So, sorry, it was sort of like your third action would be tell them what you know or try to learn more. Anyway, you want to start spouting this out. It's not that you can't talk. It's just they won't absorb it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, anyway, but we've learned so much from Pylo today. And we're going to go to round number 2. Any moment now. Round 2, Charwin.
All right.
Charwin, you take 4 points of persistent mental damage as this thing had been touching you. Beginning of your round.
Headache.
Oh, Pylo, can I have a flat check?
Just a D20? Natural 20.
Your jerky movements and trying to specifically focus on it and dodge around, you manage to shake the persistent damage of it just constantly, sucking from you, as it were.
These things are trying to read my mind, and joke's on them.
Okay, Charwin, what do you want to do?
I will move 10 feet to the north.
Okay.
And then I'd like to target the guy that touched me and attack it.
Okay. Go ahead.
There we go.
I believe you. Yeah. Attack it with what?
My long spear.
Oh, okay.
27.
Critical. You spew it, or at least you get dead center mass. It goes right into it like it's hardly even there. But what does it do damage? We shall find out. It does.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, it only resists 2 points of damage from your magical weapon. And you actually, as your magical spear, skews it, a lot of the wisp starts drifting away and falling apart, like getting a bunch of floating cotton balls wet. And it's having trouble holding itself together as you heavily damage it. As in, it's dropped below half its hit points.
I'm going to hit it again.
Okay. Negative to the roll. Do your next dice over. That's a miss.
7. That's a miss.
Okay.
And that's me.
What would you guys like Andreas to do? Offense or defense? Well, I have something right here in front of me. So I'm assuming he's going to defend himself unless you guys... Yeah. He's kind of on autopilot. Yep. I'm assuming he's just going to defend himself, guys, unless he's free to help you guys out. His Warhammer is already out. Sorry. When I posted him up, obviously shield out, weapon out, he's peeking around corners. We can assume. A good old stout beard. Anyway, he is going to take a step towards Charwin. And then he's going to turn around and swing at this thing that is now between him and Blaster with his hammer. And gets a 3. And then Eric usually goes, well, swing again. And we swing again. 19 actually gets a hit with the backhand. 1d8 plus 3 points of damage. It only manages to do 2 to it, but it does... Actually, he does seem to connect a little bit and hurt it a little bit. And glowers at Blaster for not trying hard enough. The tiny cloud-like wisp that is messing with Pylo, as said before, right, drops to the ground beside him under the one that's floating in the air that Charwin is attacking, and turns into a little fluffy rat. Haill, you recognize this rat. But for some reason, then the skin starts peeling off of it, and it just becomes rat bones. Oh, now you remember your first experiment with undead?
Hey, that rat's a skeleton. See? I told you I like to turn things into skeletons. Look how happy it looks.
Anyway, it transforms. Und then it tries to attack you.
How's it going, little buddy? I haven't seen you in such a long time. Come here. Come say hi.
It really doesn't talk about how long it takes me to transform. It just reads your thoughts and then off it goes. So, assuming that moving is 1, transforming might be 1 or 2. But it all seems to, all of its attacks seem to, be pushed back. The mental persistent doesn't come with the first hit and everything. So maybe it's just building up to that transformation. Anyway, with a +6 to strike you. 10. Critical miss. It just, comes over and chomps down on your dice.
Oh, little buddy, you remembered. Just like we used to do when I first made you. Give him some pets. My nice little rat scales.
The little wisp that Charwin has attacked falls to the ground and rises up as a little leashy dude. Looks just like little buddy.
Little buddy 1?
And then
Little buddy 2?
Yeah, and then steps on your foot. Pylo. Whoops. Sorry, ignore that. I'm attacking with the wrong with the wrong wisp. Let's try that again. 18 attacks. This thing hurts. It does D8 plus 2 points of damage. Charwin, you take 4 points as this thing just slams its foot down on your ankle and almost breaks your ankle in two. And that's me.
I look down at my real little buddy and go, little buddy, what the heck?
Just looking at you like, what, not me. Not me. Blaster, Valentine, you are up.
I am.
Mm-hmm. This whole thing makes me laugh.
Okay. I will shoot at the one I saw Andreas damage with his hammer.
Yep. 1 second.
Yeah. Untarget that one and
Yep, there you go. Shoot with your gun, shoot with your I-beam.
shoot with my gun.
Okay.
My dueling pistol for 23.
That is a hit.
Pull up my arm and I level my pistol.
Okay.
You know the line. Target acquired.
There you go.
Oh, wait. That was the wrong. 6 points of damage, and he takes 2.
Okay.
And then,
You reload.
actually, for a reload. And because I successfully hit, so one of my feats is called Sword and Pistol. When you make a successful range strike against an enemy within your reach with your one-handed firearm, that enemy is flat-footed now against my next melee attack with a one-handed melee weapon. So I will shoot him, and then use reloading strike to attack with my sword and reload my gun, and he's flat-footed against my longsword.
Okay, you want to use your 18? No, actually, I guess it's a different weapon. So go ahead, roll your. Hang on a second. I gotta quickly make this guy flat-footed, as they say. What am I? Number 3?
Yes.
Go to number 3. Pull up effects. There's got to be a faster way. Flat-footed. In the new rules, they call it off guard, but we're not there yet. Okay, have at me. I am flat-footed to you.
Excellent. I'm doing my second attack, so it's at -5. That is 20 for a hit.
Yeah.
And he takes 4 points of damage.
Okay. Partially resisting the 8. Okay.
And I do have the wounded condition on myself, but we did do like the medicine checks, so that should be gone.
You did go back to full health, so that's right. Yeah, this full health removes wounded.
Second. Fix that. What about you, Pilo? Did you have wounded? Because you also made full health with those checks. No, you're okay? Looks like it. All right. Where are we here? Tiny cloud-like thing. Right. I had a go at Andreas. It kind of hit me, and now you thing are most intent. So I'm going to roll a dice. Odd or even there, Spiegler?
Even.
Congratulations. It decides to go for you. Oh, aren't you lucky?
Does it transform into something that Andreas?
No, I have to hit you first. I have to start sucking up your thoughts. And with a critical miss,
Didn't it hit? I was going to say, didn't it hit Andreas?
No, it missed him.
Oh,
It missed him. So now it goes for you. Yep. Missed, and then critically misses you. I will cost it its action. And I don't think I'm going to try a third. Pilo, you are up, sir. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess I want to get rid of these little guys, especially that one that's a rat that kind of looks like my buddy. But I think they're evil. And I am going to give it a nice pet and then stomp it.
Okay.
I know you look like my friend, but I know you're not my friend. And you have to die. And just give him a punch. All right. And actions as attack. Gosh, where are we here? Did you target it for me there, Jeff?
Yep.
That's a 26.
It's critical.
And that's D8. No, D.
No, it just they're the right. It just hit the window that has the dice listed.
Yep. That's 13 damage.
Okay, partially resists, but still does 9, and you do manage to wound it by stumping.
I told you I hate doing this to you, buddy, but it just has to happen. I'm gonna bring down the other hand and crunch it again. Give it another crush.
Okay.
It's 22 to hit.
That hits.
More damage.
Even more damage.
Another 6, which it resisted some of.
Yeah. Just chipping away at this thing. Not doing bad. Round 3, Charwin.
Actually, do I have a third action?
Yeah, did you?
The third action would be to warn the guys just kind of the information that I got beforehand. I'll just kind of finally fill them in with everything else.
Okay, so he starts filling you in on his first recall knowledge, and it confirms some things that Spiegler thought, right? And then the more detailed stuff, you can spend another action.
Is Pilo attacking the one that turned into the rat?
Yes. Yep. It's way down the hall here.
Does it still have resistance to damage, though? Or would it have taken full damage from everything because it's corporeal now?
Oh, it still has resistance.
Okay.
That's a very good question, though. There's got to be something. That's the...
I was going to say, I can see how this would be a kind of a DM nightmare enemy.
Yeah. It's a cloud.
Sorry, no, you're correct. While transformed, I lose my incorporeal trait, which means my resistances, but it gains more damage. Okay, sorry. So... the rat one, I'll give it the full 6. Fantasy Ground's gonna override me, but we do have your base damage to look at, and I'll just type it in. So, 4 more points of damage.
It would have been 19 damage total between the two of them, the first hit and the second one, because the first.
Well, it's already been 9 and 2, so I just have to make up the difference.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, even though it says 13, if you look in the red, it says damage 9 in brackets. That's how much Fantasy Grounds actually gives the creature, right? So I owe you 4 points on the first attack and another 4 on the second for a total of 8. Okay. Not that I'm trying to dispute your math, but the audience would be like, so he's going to take an additional 19? No.
Sorry, 19 total. There we go.
But it's just easier for me to make up the difference. And you were attacking number 2. Where's number 2? So I owe you 4 points, which brings that up to 15. Okay. And that actually pushes it into the critical, which means it's below 25% of its hit points. Yeah. Charwin, at the top of the round. Pilo is screaming this Ethrol and that Ethrol, and don't think of your love pets or loved ones. And
so you're not little buddy? Well, screw you then. And I'll attack him.
Okay. Which one? The one at your feet or the one at your feet? The one at your feet or the one at your feet, right? Oh no. Doppelganger. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
21.
Yep.
With 4.
Okay, I will give him that 4. Ignore the resist because I am corporal now.
And I will try to attack him a second time. Oh no. Nat 1.
Crit miss. So I will cost you your third action.
I'll use 0 point.
Yeah? Alright.
Yeah. We'll try that again. With 12.
Regular miss.
Still miss.
Okay. Not bad.
And then my last action, maybe I'll take a 5-foot step towards Andreas.
Okay. Creepy little Chucky dolls and buddies are chasing you down. Andreas. Tag teaming this one still with Blaster. 18 gets a solid crit on it. Hopefully that will do well. Now this thing has not it's still a wisp, so it's going to resist a lot of his damage, but still 9 points of damage. Nothing to sneeze at. And in true Eric form, we'll follow up and then get very pissed off when he critically misses and costing him his last action. Oh, at least Fantasy Grounds is par for the course there for you, buddy. Tiny Cloud Wisp number 2, or as we like to say, Mr. Rat, Mr. Undead Rat, is gonna attack Pylo. And gets Pylo for 7 points of damage.
Ow!
And I might even go as far as
Damn thing bites me just like it did beforehand.
a second attack. -5.
That's
But
wasn't my friend. He might have been my friend.
critical miss and loses its last action. Cloud Wisp number 1, or as I like to say, Mini Leashy. Mini Leashy is going to attack Charwin. And hits you, sir, for another 7 points of damage and heavily damages Charwin. These things are no joke. Blaster Valentine. Oh, I almost forgot. Earlier on, Charwin, we went past you. Did you... I need a flat check from last round. Remember I gave you mental damage? I need a flat check to clear that up. That is a fail. Since we just passed you a second time, I need a second check, and you're actually going to take 4 points of persistent mental.
13.
Okay. Unfortunately fail. Now, it's not attached to you, but because it's persistent damage, you will take that drain every round until you can shake it off. Which sucks. Sorry, Blaster.
I will do what I did last time. Shoot and strike with my sword and reload.
Okay.
So,
Have at me.
oh, whoops. Well, I still hit with a 17.
Okay.
And only does 1 damage.
Oh, yeah, because this is the one that's still a cloud, right?
Yeah.
But we're chipping away. Because
Then
remember, you even though you're doing half damage, you and the dwarf are both tag teaming this one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Can you make him flat-footed again?
Yep. Actually, because he's flanked, I'm going to keep him flat-footed this time.
Okay.
1 second. Ooh. Flat-footed, check it and see. I got these 2 dudes all over me. All right.
Miss with 11.
Okay. And a reload in there somewhere, and you're good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything for my third action.
Okay. The tiny wisp cloud thing. Again, Spiegler, odd or even?
Even.
Okay. This time it chooses odd, and since I took some serious hits from the dwarf, it turns its focus on the dwarf and tries to touch him. And gets him with a 17. And soon the dwarf will start feeling mental anguish, and will know what his beloved pet is. Pylo. Do you want to start shouting more information?
I don't think we have time. I think I just want to kill this little guy first and then maybe go after the next one. They're not our friends, and info won't help. And I'll just take a swing at him.
Info always helps.
Not in my mind. All right. With the fist. That is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Which will throw in some damage here, which is another 3 damage, which you resisted all of.
No, I'll take it, don't worry.
Oh, sorry, that's 3. That's right. He does take damage.
2. Not to worry.
It's still alive.
Oh, yeah. Still swinging, baby. These are tough little
I
critters.
hate to do this to you, my old friend, but
The deeper the dungeon, the worse the opponents.
that's a 9.
What a miss.
That's a miss.
All right.
Last step is I'm actually going to... Oh, I don't have shield, so I don't have a gun. I changed it up. I'm going to punch him again. Might as well with a -1, or +1 still. That's not bad. Third try. 18 to hit. Is that a hit? It is.
Yes.
All right, and then some damage. That's 6 damage total. Which it has the resistances on, so you got to give him 4 more.
Done and done. But still here. He's critically wounded now, I can tell you that.
Doing all I can, guys.
Sorry, I've been giving the damage to the wrong guy. Oopsie. Let's back that up a bit. Yeah. You're attacking dude number 1. So we back that up.
No, I've been hitting. Oh, you've been hitting 2, but you've been giving the damage to 1. Gotcha.
Yeah. But did I? I can't remember who I gave the last 2 to.
I did see the one on cloud number 1 change from heavy to wounded and then back to heavy again when you were changing numbers. So something did change.
Hang on a second. I'm all screwed up here. Okay. That goes back to 15. And with cloud number 2, you actually, with your 4 points of damage, you actually managed to destroy it.
With the first hit or the second hit?
Second hit.
Okay. Hey guys, I got one. He used to be my friend, but I got him. And if you see your friends out there too, you gotta kill them. It's hard, but you gotta do it.
We'll see you next time.